Yes, the good news, I'm happy to do 200 degrees of Grand Diamond, but the bad news is, Stu, where are you? I'm switching the work site. Are you kidding me? I thought you said they made no money. Oh my God, we're gonna have to talk. Starting in 1980, my first job out of college, and I went on too many ads in a paper for political science majors, and that's a good thing. But I have to say, when I think about all these Grand Diamonds, there's a direct relationship between the Grand Diamonds that I've been fortunate enough to achieve and all these company programs. It would not have occurred without all those programs over the last, and Doug, it's actually 38 years. I know I only look 45, but I'm an old guy now. But all these company programs, the quarterly trips, the semi-annual trips, the annual, I think most of my Grand Diamonds probably occurred because of some type of incentive program. So I want to thank Doug, and let's all thank Doug for having us here at this special occasion. Thank you very, very much. Being a senior account executive is probably one of the best positions in a company because you get up in the morning when you wish to get up. And if you don't feel like getting up, you go back to sleep for another hour. But it's a type of position where in May, we get together as senior account executives, we go on a nice trip. In June, anybody who has 100 degrees of Grand Diamond or more, we get to meet Kevin. So you're always doing great things with the company. So I have to first start off by saying, to get 200 degrees of Grand Diamond, it really goes hand in hand with all the company trips. And again, I'm just thinking about the last 10 years of all the nice places that we've been to. But I think for that to happen, and I think you really have to ask yourself, if you want to do great things and have great things happen in your life and have a career combined, I'd probably say to you, the biggest area is that you have to have order in your life. You can't have craziness. Order means like every night at 8 o'clock, I'm in my office and I'm looking at the next day and I have my little call, see and do list, because your mind should only be used for thinking and planning, not remembering. You write things down, I label them. You make sure your office is all set up. There's no issues with claims. Claims. You make sure that the next day your car is filled with everything you need. And then you go out there, either fail to plan or plan to fail, and you just make it happen by understanding the concept, you got to get Mondays right. I think that probably the biggest key in my career in 38 years, I always have great Mondays, because if you have a great Monday, your week is pretty much over. Now, so that's just some of the conditioning to make sure you go out there and you're set to win. But when you think about 200 degrees of Grand Diamond and some of the benefits of riding 200 degrees of Grand Diamond, I'd probably say the first thing, and it's different reasons why people come into this company, but the first thing would be just think about the income you make riding 200 degrees of Grand Diamond. Multiply that by what, 10,000, 12,000? What is that, 200,000 you make? What do you make? Come on, someone's got to know the math. Is it more than, yes, si, senor. You make $2 million in income just riding, and that's for me. That's for me. $2 million in income just riding Grand Diamonds. And it's all about PMA. When you're riding Grand Diamonds, it's all about PMA. And I think the most important part of riding Grand Diamonds, besides making the money, is when you look at PMA, the A part is attitude. Now, all of us, we have days where our attitude, and most important part of our company, is your attitude. You have to protect your attitude at all times. Don't let anybody mess with your attitude. So you go out in the field and you're having a difficult day and it's not working out, and your attitude gets a little bit disheveled, but all of a sudden at 7 o'clock you have this lead and you go to the guy's house and you write $3,000 in that last call. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm driving home, and at the end of the Jubilee last year, my last call, I actually needed a couple thousand more to do 65,000 to win the bonus, and I did 3,000 on my last call, and I had a difficult morning, because I still have complications from cancer that I had 10 years ago, but it didn't win, I won. So I'm not leaving because of cancer, it's not happening. Power of prayer, power of prayer. But when you had a difficult day and you're writing insurance all the time, so not only you're writing 200 degrees of Grand Diamond, you're making money, but you're always protecting your attitude. No matter what happens, when you're having great days in the field, no matter what challenge you had that morning, you're protecting your attitude. Would everybody agree when you're doing well? You know? So now you're writing insurance, you're protecting your attitude, and now after 38 years, you start thinking, or now you're in a company with Combine, it's your first Grand Diamond, you're thinking, well, what do I have to look forward to? What does it really mean? I'd like to be with Combine 38 years. And if you ask some of the great thinkers of our time, from the Dalai Lama to Einstein to Martin Luther King, and you talk to them about what is really the meaning of life. At the end of the day, what is it really all about? And they would tell you, the meaning of life is helping others. Helping others. And I'll tell you, and the Dalai Lama says, if you're not going to help others, at least don't hurt others. But you know what? When I think about my career with Combine, and you guys thinking about your career, what a wonderful company to work for, that your whole career is spent helping other people. Every time I'm in the field, when I go up to someone, I tell them, we're not about a commitment, we're just about a conversation. I have something that can help you. Help you. Help you. That's all I say. I just go up to people and wow, isn't that nice that after 38 years, you can still have passion and you can go up to people and say, I have something that can help you. So at the end, when you get to my point, you know, success is helping others. Success is to me, and I'm a big believer in this, and this is how I made it 38 years. The company gets a piece of you, your family gets a piece of you, and you get a piece of you. All three have to benefit. You can find a way. You don't have to work 90 hours a week. Trust me, I don't work a lot of hours anymore because of my cancer complications. I only spend about 5 hours in the field. But I'm not driving an hour to an appointment. As soon as I leave my driveway and I go down the street, the first person I see, I go up to him. I don't work hard anymore. I just try to work smart. You know, I'm not a smart guy, but I try to hang out with smart people like you. But the point is, I try to do simple things. Now, I'll tell you one little thing that I have started doing, and I'll end on this, is I made a decision 10 years ago that I wanted to diversify, and I wanted to take so what I did was I took my Grand Diamond income. Every time I got a Grand Diamond, I put that money aside and I deposited into an investment account. And 10 years ago, out of my total income, only 10% of it, 10% of it was outside of Combine. And I said to myself, 10 years later, and it's going to happen this year, my total income this year, only 20% of it's going to be from Combine. So what I did was every year for the last 10 years, I took all my Grand Diamond income, put it to a separate investment account. When I had enough money, I did another real estate investment. I wanted to get to the point where after 38 years with the company, that I go to work because I want to go to work. I go to work because I love this company. I'm under no pressure whatsoever anymore to have to do Combine. And because of that, I'm able to do Combine in a way that I'm having my best run ever because I really love what I do. So ask yourself, and thank you. So ask yourself, you want to have a career with Combine? You want great things to happen to you? You want to be able to provide for your family? You want to always be able to protect your attitude? You want to be in a situation where you can constantly spend your career helping people? That's what Combine can do for you. And thank you very much for your time.